Alright, y'all. Shit. Check game. One of the first things, I'm talking about the very first things you learn in this abadabba is you cannot win if you don't have any vision. You just can't. Another thing you learn is all money ain't good money. So, since I say I always spit the truth about my life, it would seem as if I never lose. I lose. You all know how important fucking Sidewalk University is to me. And this goddamn Thinkific site has actually taken away my daily interactions with the students. I like the live action that I get dealing with them motherfuckers every day. And I was kind of tripping. I was, I'm impatient as fuck. And I know I'm probably, not giving this shit enough time, to materialize the way I want it to. So I decided that I'm going to keep accepting the one-on-one calls. And because I'm noticing that I'm actually getting more one-on-ones. So what I'm saying, they can suffice. I gotta quit wanting everything to be the way I want it to be. I guess that's what I'm saying. It's really difficult for me to not want shit the way I want it. So, you gotta understand, because I tell you in the course, little victories are just as important as big victories. So, even though I have to be satisfied with what I have, I already know it's going to be temporary. So it's going to have to suffice for what I need. And what I need is calm. I be talking about the real abadabba. I'm talking about in that course, I don't talk about no fake shit. I don't talk about no fake shit anyway, but you gotta understand, just any person can't have this goddamn shit. You won't be able to get it. I'm still improving my online course. And it's almost where I want it to be. So, that's a ghost that I just won't stop chasing. I've created a course, and you could use it in the privacy of your own home, but you won't read the material. I'm saying I don't know this until you get to doing shit and you realize they're not reading the material. So I had to create the audio version and audio version with me narrating what the fuck you should be reading. I mean, you can't see the value in this product unless you discipline yourself to fucking follow the instructions. Now, I only want to deal with motherfuckers who understand what it takes to win. But I know I'm not censoring anything, and I'm not, choosing who can or who won't come to the course. So I gotta accept who's there. So I'm really asking, pleading with you to fucking commit to a few months, maybe 6, and you will see what you've gotten, because you cannot get the entire course when you pay your whatever initial amount of money. You gotta work up to the next section. But you guys you're not sending in the assignments. Well, I'll take that back. I'm starting to get a lot of assignments in. But everybody's not doing it. The only way to improve is to commit, make a 6-month, 7-month commitment, and do all the work. So that when you do call me, you have particular questions, not the wild questions I be getting. You know, I'm wondering this, I'm wondering. Come on, man. You need to call me about the course. So, I know the best way to control your actions or reactions, you know, in dangerous situations, is to pay attention to how you respond to everyday occurrences. How do you react when somebody step on your toes? I mean, not literally step on your toes, but how do you respond when something happens that you don't like? Something don't go your way. Do you get upset because your space was violated, or do you get upset because you allowed your space to be violated? I mean, these things are important. The latter is principle-based thinking gone awry. You know, otherwise you do supposed to have, you know, your space, and you don't supposed to let people invade it. But if you get upset when they do, that's because you think what you think is it. No, what you think is what you're going to protect. Because what this motherfucker think, obviously, is it, because he didn't got in my space. You understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to get upset. You just got to have a tone in your voice to let a motherfucker know you will get upset. Or you can get upset. Some people, they'll purposely violate your space. I mean, these are the motherfuckers you got to check, you know, and sometimes you got to check with harsh words. The way you react to everyday problems are genuine indicators to how you're going to react to big problems in life. The big problems are the problems that can be more serious and don't happen regularly. Displaying the way real men respond to all the little things that go on in your life is going to be a plus to your life's longevity. And it's going to be attraction for any woman who's lucky enough to fucking witness it. There are a lot of fake motherfuckers in my course, and I gotta confess that I just became a little hankty about who I accept. Now, I remember this little story about my dog, Tay. Some things are the right thing to do as a man. And that same thing can be the right thing to do, period. Now, when dealing with another person, you should always have paramount on your mind doing the right thing. Arguing over a woman or anything silly could cost you your life or your freedom. And for what? I mean, there's no sense in you killing me, then doing life in prison, and the woman that you killed me over is out, you know, fucking some other dude's life up. Man, it's a continuous cycle if you don't stop it. That's why we gotta stop it. So, I'm gonna share this little episode in my life where I had to practice the principles of not letting the bitch come between, you know, me and my partner. All women that I've had in my life, all of their importance added together, pales in comparison to what my manhood is worth to me. Tan, I've been dog since I was a turnout in Hollywood. Now, we both lived and thrived off the principles of this abba-dabba. Even though we thought quite differently in some areas. I mean, who am I supposed to hold to my principles? I'm the only motherfucker that I should be that's obligated to execute my principles the way I think. My dad told me years ago, it don't really matter what somebody else think. It only matters what you think and what you do, boy, concerning your principles. Now, in this case with Tay, the right thing to do in life was to live true to what I, profess. And I profess to never allow a woman to come between me and my nigga. Not me and Tay, but me and any partner. As I said, Tay been, my dog over 50 years. And where's that bitch? See, something you should always consider: your male friend will be your goddamn partner way longer than most women will stay around. Your male partner could be could be your partner through the last 5 women you had, lasting various amount of time. With my word, it's totally on me to live up to it. Me and my nigga was discussing some shit, and we disagreed on a point I had made. Cause I told that nigga, man, I wouldn't fuck with y'all. We were kicking the game, and the nigga was telling me about how these niggas be knocking each other off and blah, blah, blah. I said, man, you ain't got to worry about that, cause, man, I wouldn't fuck with y'all, cause we dogs. He straight out told me that I was wrong. Nigga, you wrong. We debated, and we ended up agreeing to disagree. Now, at this point, everything is fine. Something I've always experienced all the time I was fucking with this nigga was he was always coming up with hoes. So when he called me and told me he had knocked off a new broad, I thought he was calling the high side on me. Like he always do. Nigga, get up. You ain't gonna catch no bed, no bitch in the bed. Anyway, like I said, I thought he wanted the high side on me. And for some reason, it was strange to me, but he said he was finna put the broad on the phone for me to cap for him. But he said, but she want to talk to you first. Now, this was strange to me, but, I thought since the nigga's my dog, I looked past the little glitch and, cap for the nigga anyway. She said hello, and now, with the nigga being cool with me, she should have told me she wanted to get with me. And I would have, she should have said, man, I'm short-stopping this bitch, man, but she came to town looking for you. He could have said that, but he didn't. But if he would have, I would have come at the bitch differently. I didn't know shit, so I capped for him. Yeah, bitch, you was the top nigga in Hollywood. Follow your thoughts, follow your eyes, follow your money, girl. Man, I said that because me and that nigga was that tight. I had no idea she wanted to get with me until a few days later, when the bitch called me and said she had come from Oakland to get with me. And then I asked her, why the fuck you got with Tay then? Then she explained what had happened, which I didn't believe at the time. But then I started thinking about the strangeness of the nigga putting her on the phone, because he had never did that. Then I got pissed because I realized that the nigga had been crossed by my motherfucking new partner. Now, at first I wanted to confront the nigga, but the pimp in me took over. I was new, green to this game, but I was turning into a real pimp. So I asked her how old she was, and she admitted she had just turned 16. I told her she was too young for me, but, if she wanted to, I wouldn't be mad if she stayed with Tay. I was really upset at the nigga. But I'm telling you, my principles was at stake, not my friendship with Tay. So I decided not to say nothing to Tay and kept rolling with that nigga as if nothing had happened. I had to accept what he did was acceptable in the lifestyle I'd chosen to live. Who am I to change it? Brothers, that's what's important. That's what's really fucking important. Dealing with the truth. And at that moment, my dad's voice came to me and reminded me, who promised who? So, I'm just saying, fellas, you gotta stick to something. You may as well stick. Hey, where's the calls? Y'all not calling in? Why? What is up with you guys, man? Damn. Any fucking way. I got some real shit for you motherfucking truckers. And on the road salesman. Shit. My sidewalk, you.thinkific.com gives you the fucking atmosphere of being on campus. But you in your car or your big rig rolling down the freeway. SW differs only in your interactions with me. They won't be daily as it is in group. I've been yearning to get something going that could match the feelings that I got from having hoes. And SWU was beginning to fill that void until the goddamn pirates made me realize. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's up, Rosebud?
Nothing was happening.
Hey, I just wanted to know, could you go over the 5 no's one more time?
The 5 no's. That's part. That's yes, I know what the 5 no's is. I'm just saying. Man, I got to look them up right quick. I know it's no regret.
No doubt.
Yeah, and no, you ain't you ain't apologetic about what you think. You ain't scared to show nobody what you think. Hey man, I'll look it up and hit you with it.
I appreciate it. Thanks again.
You know what? Damn, you know what? I hadn't thought about that shit in a long time. 5 no's. I got 5 for every letter. And it's something that got to do with this goddamn game. For all of it. But SW was beginning to feel that fucking void I was having. The things that I do add up to money, so it ain't really about money. The right thing to do is just live true to my commitment to life in this abadabba, the way we do it. So I won in everything I did in life damn near. Except it ain't over, so I don't know if I really won. If you get into a situation to where you got to make some goddamn decisions, you don't need to be a pimp to take advantage of this abadabba. Let's say your woman gets in a situation she shouldn't be in with another dude, your friend. Come on. You supposed to think your woman knew she was your woman. Even if that nigga knew she was your woman, who was supposed to care? See, you guys say all the time, you don't care if she has a man. But when the shoe is on your foot, you want to fight or do something worse with the dude. This is the reason you're supposed to have principles. First, they keep your emotions in check. You shouldn't ignore your thoughts on your principles and become emotional. You need to respond, so respond in a controlled way. If you only realize the value in taking all my course, you would beat my door down to get it. You guys are of this I want it all right now generation. And that's why none of you have shit. especially no game. You know, you want any and everything, but you don't want to work for it. Shit. If you got to work for it, you ain't dealing with it. It takes much more than you guys think to be a real man or a real pimp. I thought I needed something to replace that abba-dabba for my excitement. And I realized I needed appreciation and respect for what I had done and what I'm doing now. Well, you know, I've been getting there, but I still need it. I got that and more the last couple of years at this dinner that I was honoree at. I mean, it wasn't no ordinary dinner. It was a celebration. It was sponsored by my graduates from SWU from all over the country. They wanted to thank me, but of course, you know, they the ones that did it. They the ones that actually went through the course and seen the changes. So they did, if that's the case, do something cool, sponsoring this doggone dinner. But I wasn't going to take all the credit. I said, man, shit, look at how you guys have taken what you learned and made it a part of who you are. That's what's dope. Shit. This is a lifestyle. And it could easily be your lifestyle. These dudes represent all I teach: responsibility, confidence in what you think and do, ability to create and display your plans. But the most important thing they all got, was being who they really are. Being comfortable with being who they really are. I appreciate the go-getters. You see, in the streets, if you turned out correctly, you understand and accept the person who turned you out, or who gave you the most game, will undoubtedly be the one to get you for your first bitch. And if he did his job right, he taught you to detach yourself from the feelings you develop in this life. What's up, caller?
What's happening, bud? Hey, I just had a quick question, man, because, you know, I'm 30, right? And, you know, I feel like I got a little bit of wisdom under my belt, but of course you got way more. And I was just wondering, as far as noticing the change from like the old school to like the new the new age guy being scared to talk to women and being kind of weak. When did you feel like that shift kind of happened in your lifetime? When you feel like you saw that change?
You talking about the weak ass dudes today?
Yeah, dudes just being how they are, scared to talk to women and not confident. And everything like
in
that.
the late '80s, in the early '90s, it started when crack took a hold, and the police and everybody else was dealing crack, and all the goddamn motherfucking dudes, you know, older like me, was getting caught up in crack cases, and they was getting damn near sentences, and I mean damn near long sentences, and that took a bunch of niggas off the streets. And those same niggas was the niggas when I was running the streets as a kid, you know, really young. They'd slap me upside my head and make me, nigga, take your ass to school. You know, and then when you stood up and stayed out there, they would start telling you different shit, or you would overhear different shit. That's how you got in the game. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have no direction or any kind of guidance from a dude perspective, you only have women perspective, and they I don't give a fuck what none of y'all think. A woman cannot help you be a man. She know what men do. She know all of what you think she know, but none of that makes her able to raise a man. What she does is raise a motherfucker that's weak. As soon as he get any kind of goddamn responsibility, He's scared. If the nigga ain't had no daddy around and he get a broad pregnant and she tell him, the first thing he gonna do is panic because the responsibility. And my point is, you ask when did it start? I already answered that, late 80s and early 90s. But what it was about was how niggas got took off the streets for, I'm saying, your motherfucking ass could be a white boy and you got 3 ounces of cocaine and you gonna get whatever. You could be a nigga with a $25 bag or whatever you got, your ass getting life. You getting distribution, you getting there, and it's been like that. Niggas is in jail for some crazy shit, but it took all of the kids born after 99 and shit, or 95. It took all of their idols, not idols, but role models off the scene. Even though the niggas smoke dope, even though the nigga do this, do that, and the other, he still had the man in him as far as when he seen a little boy out too late. Nigga, take your ass home. Make him run from you. That kind of shit help you grow up to be a real man. Because you didn't, when some strange niggas scare you and make you run home, the nigga just making you run home cause you a kid, but you didn't got scared, you didn't dealt with it, and you still coming back. But let's say none of that happens. First time you get scared, you're gonna kill somebody. Who in the fuck need that?
Yeah, no, that's real. That's why I see it's harder for us to give advice to the younger generation now, because you don't know where they at mentally.
No, you don't, and it's because they don't have no identity, man. They don't have no identity because most of them was raised by their mom, and instead of them realizing that they, love their mom and they getting her advice, they start emulating her, putting themselves in her shoes, thinking like she think. Come on, man. Your mother, you come home, you tell your mom, I'm messing with this girl, and this, that, and the other happened. Mom gonna tell you everything true up until fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
She ain't finna tell you what a real nigga with you, man. Fuck that bitch. Get on with your life, you crazy nigga. They ain't gonna be like that. They gonna be, boy, you gotta be like this and be like that, and she might this and she, man, fuck her. I tell my nephews all the time, nigga, it's about what you want. If you don't know what you want, the bitch can't give it to you. Can she?
No, that's real. No.
That's right, goddammit. So, if you don't know what you want, nigga, you shouldn't fuck with a bitch till you know. Because the bitch gonna get you for all you got. All right, bro, thanks. Appreciate it. See, I know I went overboard on that, goddammit, but that brother asked a powerful question to me. That was a powerful question. See, let me tell you something. In the streets, if you turned out correctly, and the motherfucker that turns you out gets you for a broad, you supposed to have no fucking reaction other than, man, pimp that hoe if it's a pimp. Oh man, that's your brow, whatever, if you're a regular square. But what I'm saying, you don't supposed to get mad. Why? Because the only way you can get mad is if you think because this broad is your broad, nobody else supposed to have her. Man, that's crazy. What I'm saying is, if you think that, then you better be doing everything to make sure she feel insane about you. Because if she don't, somebody else gonna get the bitch. Then you gonna be in trouble. Worried about the bitch. To me, you miss all that kind of shit in life because you Googled everything. You didn't let this older dude that wasn't your brother or wasn't your cousin tell you shit. Cause fuck him. I ain't gonna listen to him. Well, the nigga gonna do everything except beat your little ass. Because he ain't trying to go to jail. Fuck you as far as that go. But my point, if you guys would have had the rearing that we had, you wouldn't be like this. Man, them niggas used to say, man, I heard you like Catherine. Man, I kind of do. Man, get your ass over there and talk to her, right? She right there. Go talk to her. Nigga wouldn't go talk to her. Nigga would drag you over there. Man, come talk to her now. And the nigga would have to talk. I'm just saying, that's man shit. That grow you up to be a man. He don't have to talk to her now. Why he don't have to talk to her now? He like her now. See, that's what dudes do for little boys. Little boys, when I was a little boy, the only thing you thought about little girls was looking under their dress or putting finger fucking them. That's all you thought about as a little boy. But you motherfuckers today think about Barbie and Ken and Easy Bake Oven and all that goddamn shit. Whereas I ain't saying nothing wrong with it except look at the dudes. Look at the dudes nowadays. You can't get in an argument with one because they ain't no man. They motherfucking adult children fucking gonna kill you just because you arguing with him. Stepped on his shoes and he think his shoes shouldn't have got stepped on and he in the most crowded place in town. That's some crazy shit. Now, y'all missed that shit because y'all was turned out on the computer. Y'all could ask the computer any goddamn thing and the computer gonna give you some kind of structured fucking answer that ain't real when it comes to life. But when you get those answers, and those are answers you need, shit, you think they're real. Now, think about what I'm finna tell you now. I be having sales for shit. Sales are for everybody. I win, and so does whoever take advantage of the sale. Now, waiting for a sale or waiting on anything is a form of procrastination. And you know how I feel about procrastinating. It don't hurt me when you procrastinate, but you act as if it don't hurt you. Maybe you don't know it, but it does hurt you. It hurts you much more than you think it does. It forms a pattern. And before you know it, it's become your MO. It becomes your method of operation, modus operandi. You do it when you aren't even you ain't even conscious of doing it. And that woman who's out there, possibly waiting on you, she see it too. If you adopted some of this real abba-dabba that I be screaming, if you get on your computer and join up with the Thinkific crew, man, you'll always do the right thing because that's what confidence teaches you to do. The right thing to do with Tay, as far as what I was saying, was stick to the principles of not letting the broad come between me and my motherfucking nigga no matter what. A broad should not be able to come between two men of equal stature. And you always have to remember, respect is always best when served fresh and reciprocated. Otherwise, they respect you straight up respecting them. 20 years may have went by before I even mentioned that shit to that nigga. And that's why I love this nigga. Because when I did mention it to him, he didn't go into no stories, no denials, and none of that. He said, Bud, but I pimped on that young bitch. Well, believe it or not, that was a saving sentence for him for just about a damn nigga back in them days, because if you got in the nigga business and didn't pimp on the bitch, oh man, you had problems. Not fight problems, but you wasn't shit. Getting the nigga's business and don't pimp on the bitch. Come on, man, what you doing with the bitch? Hey, that shit was serious. So, but anyway, he said, I pimped on her, bud. And I said, yeah, nigga, you see I didn't mention that little shit till now, don't you? That's because I'm a real motherfucking nigga. A real pimp, nigga. Ain't no bitch coming between me and you. And the main message, you gotta stop all that saying what you will do. You gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Man, I ain't letting no broad come between me and him. And y'all together and pick up this broad, and she ain't with neither one of you giving her a ride. Both of y'all hitting on the bitch, and then the bitch is giving this nigga a little more action. Your ass should shut up. Once you see that, you should shut the fuck up. That's what real niggas do. We ain't threatened by this nigga getting the action. Shit. That's how to be real. I'm just saying, if you want to keep doing the shit you're doing because in some way it makes you feel good or whatever, have at it, man. I ain't trying to tell you what to do. Do what the fuck you want to do. But let me put you up on something. The more you allow your procrastination to go unchecked, the easier it's going to be for you to get caught lying. Keep procrastinating if you want to. You know, take the advice of them goddamn PUAs, and you'll find comfort in seeing yourself feel like you can win. You ain't gonna win shit, but you're gonna feel like you can win because you've been listening to this sucker. Enroll at SWU and you'll see just how far winning goes. It's on you if you think getting pussy is winning. A dude like me knows getting pussy is only one of the many perks of having the ability to display a confident disposition in any part of life I endeavor. I don't live for pussy. I know living for pussy, like the PUAs do, is having such a short sight that after the PUAs get through fucking $1 million bitch, they simply leave and go home. Man, when a motherfucker like me fuck $1 million bitch, before he come, he didn't thought of something that he finna get this bitch involved in. Get that $1 million out this bitch. Shit. Hey, when you start anything, finish it like champions do. To the letter. I'm dealing with real confidence. That's why that shit with Tay didn't bother me one bit. Dealing with real confidence, it gives you alternatives far beyond what getting a nut or an abundance of money can provide. Like I said, you could be happy just just getting pussy if you want to. I'm happy to have pussy chase me wherever I go, because I never go anywhere just thinking about pussy. Everywhere I go, I attract pussy. I only need to choose which one I want. Now, don't get me wrong. When I attract them, then I might want them. Sometimes I don't get them. Most of the time I do, though. See, you gotta accept you cannot choose what aspect of life affects you. You can't pick the easy things to come your way. Whatever life you choose to live, you got to be willing to accept all that goes with that lifestyle. What goes with mine is being observant. That's one of my specialties. And you know, I'm very observant. I was at the doctor's office. It might have been yesterday, I think. Could have been the day before. But anyway, I saw this fine-ass motherfucking nurse. Or at least I thought she was a nurse. But being observant, which involves more than looking at something or someone, it involves a lot of deductive reasoning. So while I was looking at her, I noticed the time of the day, which it was close to lunch. So I thought she was down on that floor getting something to eat. I also noticed when I started kind of walking in the direction she was walking in, I noticed her Louis Vuitton fucking shoes and matching purse. So I knew the bitch had a little paper. So when I finally did catch up to her, as I was walking past her, I said, "Is it true that nurses are like helpers at heart?" She smiled and asked, "Helpers? What do you mean by that?" I smiled at her and said, "Helpers, you know, the kind of women that help men that are fortunate enough to get to watch you pass them by. You help us have a pleasant rest of our day." Man, did I get a big old smile. And she said, "Why, thank you, but I'm not a nurse." And I said, "Well, you sure made my day." I said, "And you mind. Have a nice day." "I know I will," she said. Now, the moral of the story, because everything is not about catching. Everything is about you knowing what to do to catch. Period. If I wanted to, I could have followed that little bit of conversation I made up on her. And who knows? But I couldn't even made a move if I would have had to think of what to say to her. I move instantaneously because it's really in me. It's not on me at all. I accept. I gotta be ready at all times. You never know where your next action is coming from. Sometimes even niggas come at you funny and it ain't got shit to do with a woman. You gotta be a quick judge because there's no way I'm gonna take being cool to the extent of letting some nigga punk me off. Now, you need to be the kind of motherfucker who has imagined all kinds of scenarios so that you can be spontaneous when shit happens that you didn't expect. This is the only way you can be sure you're going to do the right thing. This and having a set of nuts. See, most of you motherfuckers allow women to take one of your nuts and carry it around in their goddamn purse. And they only allow you to have it back when you gonna fuck the bitch. You need to realize you can't learn this shit unless you qualified to live it. You can't ask this stuff and expect to hear the right answers. When you finish at sidewalku.thinkific.com, it will really be in you. You'll be able to get new information and automatically be able to make moves with it quickly. The sooner you realize everyone is not qualified, the better it'll be for you. It'll be for all of you guys who are out there who are. Magic Johnson could explain everything he knows about a no-look pass to me, and I would never be able to do it correctly. Because I ain't no basketball player. It's the same with this fucking game that I'm explaining to you. This information we share is so important for you to know, it would behoove you to listen to all my videos. Life is full of adjustments to be made. And if you make them, some things will be suddenly more clearer. I'm saying they'll be clearer than they were. But all things will not be clear. What is still cloudy to me is what the hell is it gonna take for all of you men with significant others to realize this shit is for you too? All right, you guys. Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, hell. You ain't talking about much because none of y'all call. All right, you guys. Be cool.